Hello everyone. I am Ransom Ryder. I'm in the kitchen. I'm going to be making some cornbread today, and I'm excited about it because I love cornbread. I grew up eating a lot of cornbread. Now I'm going to deviate slightly from what I grew up. How I grew up, we added flour. This is all cornmeal. Now what I have here is a finely ground cornmeal, and I try to do local whenever possible. Now use what cornmeal that you like and that you trust. My mom actually grew up using Martha White, and I use, this is Watkins. I'm not sponsored, but this was under my locally sourced section at the grocer. I thought I'd give it a try. This is a fine cornmeal, and this is not self-rising, so we're going to be adding a few ingredients to get this to be self-rising. This is a Deep South cornbread recipe. I know you're going to love it, so be sure you check out this video and be sure to give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I need friends. Cooking in the kitchen is all about friendships. It's so much better when you have friends to cook with. I love hanging out with friends and eating a fantastic meal. It's how I grew up. Now I have here, since this is not self-rising, we're going to be adding some baking soda. And refer to my recipe down below to get the exact measurements on this. We're going to add some baking soda, some baking powder. Baking soda and baking powder, two different things. Always check your label, make sure you've got the right one. It's easy to get confused. And this is some salt. All right, now I'm gonna stir this with my whisk. Let's whisk it up. I love cornmeal. I love cornbread. I like to do them in just small, pop them into the pan like a pancake. Cornbread, and just fry it in the pan. It's so good that way. We'll have to make it sometime. But this is gonna be what's called a cake of cornbread, and I'll be fixing this in the iron skillet. All right, now that's evenly distributed. Let's push this over to the side. And in this container, this is 2.5 cups of buttermilk. Shake it well before you put your buttermilk in. You want to make sure the buttermilk, because it can settle when it's in your refrigerator or from your grocer. So shake it well. I have some melted butter that I let sit on the stove top. I want to get this in. This is my wet ingredients, and these wet ingredients are going to add all the flavor to the cornmeal. All right, get in there. Leave no butter behind. If you've been hanging out with me, you know that butter is a necessity in the kitchen. This is an unsalted butter, and I try to buy the high fat content butters, and really, I like the grass-fed beef. I think it makes a difference. It really does. All right, now I've got my butter in there. These are room temperature eggs. Let's get these. Just pop them, put your fork into them, give them a little bit of a whisk, and pop that in. And let's give this a stir. I'm going to use my whisk again. Now, I do have some extra buttermilk here that may come in handy because sometimes, depending on how dry your environment is, your atmosphere, or even how dry your flour is or the type of flour that you have, you might need a little extra buttermilk. Oh, that's looking good. That is looking so good. Those eggs are distributed. It's got a beautiful color to it. Oh, it smells good. Buttermilk. Now, my grandmother, my mom, my dad, my grandfather, they all love to drink buttermilk, just a glass of it with a meal. I, on the other hand, do not. I do not. All right, let's get a little bit of that in. And stay with me because I'm going to be preparing my iron skillet in a very special way. I'm going to be excited to share it with you. So hang out with me. This is coming together quickly. All right, I'm going to put the rest of this in. I do have some on reserve in case I need a little extra moisture. Cornbread, I like it with so many different meals. It just works for a lot of different meals. All right, let's set that to the side. I'm going to continue to whisk this. And then, you know, to balance the flavors out on this, I think that I probably need to add just a little bit of sugar. Let me grab the sugar. Hang with me. All right, this is very important. This is the sugar. I almost forgot about this. I want to balance the flavors, and sugar and salt really, believe it or not, work nicely together to bring forward flavors. This is about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to leave a little bit of that behind. I don't really want it to taste sweet. This is not like, you know, a sweet cornbread. This is a savory cornbread. And you can see the consistency is good. It is thick. I kind of like this consistency though. I might not need the extra buttermilk. Maybe just a little bit because it's not runny at all. Let's put a little extra buttermilk in. I want it to be, you know, easily spread in my iron skillet. But I don't want it to be overly, I don't want it to be overly runny. Ooh, that's looking good. Sometimes when you've been cooking for a long time, you can really tell when something is coming together nicely. And this consistency looks great. It smells good. The pungency of that buttermilk, so nice, so nice. All right, now I need to get ready, and I'm going to be using a special ingredient. I'm going to let you know what it is. I'm going to be putting in my pan duck fat. This is duck fat, and it's going to make my cornbread absolutely exceptional. I'm going to make my way over to the oven. I'm going to get my preheated iron skillet out. I've preheated my iron skillet to about 400 degrees. You could go up to 425, even a little bit higher, and get your iron skillet preheated. We want to get a little bit of a sizzle when we dump this batter in. I'm going to make my way to the oven. Come with me. All right, I have here, this is the duck fat. I'm going to put this in, and I want to get several tablespoons of this because this is going to keep my cornbread from sticking, and it's going to impart a really phenomenal flavor. All right, here is my cornbread mixture. And let's pop this right into my pan. I'm gonna bake this at 400 degrees. I'm looking for that sizzle, and look at that crust that's already forming on the side of this. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna pop this right into the oven. You can already see that this has started to form a crust. This is gonna be a phenomenal cake of cornbread. We're almost ready to eat. It's just gonna take about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven. Stay with me, we're gonna be eating cornbread. I'll be right back. I am back. I have pulled my cornbread out of the oven. It baked for about 30 minutes. Time may vary depending on your oven, your altitude. I've let this cool for just a few minutes, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. It is still very hot. Cast iron skillets retain a lot of heat. I am going to attempt to get my cornbread out with this cooling rack, and I'm hoping that I won't make a mess. Now, if I do, don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right, let's get this Deep South Cornbread out and hope it comes out. All right, let's see. Did I do it? Oh man, I got just a little bit stuck. Look at that. Okay, that's mine. That's chef's treat. I get that little piece. All right, chef treat. Let me taste it. Hot out of the pan. Oh, it smells so good. That is good. Get my mittens off. Safety first. Use your mittens. That stuff is hot. All right, now I want to cut a little piece of this. I could have put it back together, but I won't do that because I want a little bit of butter. Let's get a little extra butter on this. I'm gonna cut that piece that broke, put a little butter. Oh, that's crispy. Get my sharp knife. Let's cut into it. Beautifully golden brown. Look at that. A fantastic crumb. Let me get a little bit of this with that extra butter. It's hot. So good. This Deep South cornbread, it's delicious. Do not hesitate to make this. Call your mama because you are gonna love this cornbread so much. You're gonna wanna share the recipe. It is absolutely top-notch cornbread. Give this recipe a try. Come hang out with me, like, subscribe, follow. Listen, working in the kitchen, hanging out in the kitchen, cooking, fixing, preparing recipes, it's so much better when you have friends to do it with. Stop by, hang out with me. I've just made this delicious Deep South cornbread, and I'd love for you to try it at home and leave me a comment. I know you're gonna love it. I'm Ransom Ryder. I will see you very soon inside my kitchen. This one's mine. This one's mine. Bye. Bye.